His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa at Safriya Palace in the presence of the personal representative of His Majesty the King, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the National Security Advisor and Royal Guard Commander, Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of Royal Court Sheikh Khalid bin Ahmed bin Salman Al Khalifa, and the Minister of Finance and National Economy Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa. The meeting discussed a number of topics on the national level and efforts exerted in various fields to enhance national achievements, which were accomplished in line with the comprehensive and development march of the kingdom in all fields. His Majesty expressed thanks and appreciation to His Royal Highness for his efforts in enhancing the status of the kingdom, its competitiveness, and enhancing the quality of government services provided to citizens. His Majesty also hailed the achievements of the government through pioneering projects in all fields, especially the housing, for the benefit of citizens. His Majesty praised the outcomes of His Royal Highness's visit to the United Kingdom and hailed the agreements and MOUs signed during the visit, which will further enhance the bilateral relations and joint cooperation. On the occasion of the 22nd anniversary of the founding of the Supreme Council for Women, His Majesty praised the pioneering role played by the SCW, headed by Her Royal Highness, the wife of His Majesty the King and President of the SCW, Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, in supporting and empowering Bahraini women and enhancing their status and national performance in various fields. His Majesty congratulated Her Royal Highness and the Bahraini women on this occasion, affirming his pride in the great achievements made by Bahraini women and their honorable role as an essential and active partner in the kingdom's development process. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, in the presence of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the National Security Advisor and Royal Guard Commander Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received at Safriya Palace the Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Diab bin Sagar Al Naimi and Commander of the Royal Bahrain Naval Force Rear Admiral Muhammad Ibrahim Al bin Ali. His Majesty the King was briefed on the role of the Bahrain Defense Force in the field of maritime security as part of the international efforts. His Majesty expressed the importance of the BDF's noble participation to ensure the safety and protection of the freedom of international navigation and the smooth flow of international trade and energy to the world, in solidarity with GCC countries and in cooperation with brotherly and friendly countries. His Majesty commended the BDF's important role in this field for the benefit of the region and the world. His Majesty the King hailed the continuous development of the advanced weapon systems that enter service in the BDF and the high efficiency of the BDF's members in dealing with these weapons, as well as their courage in all the tasks assigned to them. His Majesty expressed confidence in them and wished them continued success. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Minister of Sustainable Development Noor Al Khalifa at Qadibiyya Palace. His Royal Highness was presented with Bahrain's second voluntary national review, which outlines the kingdom's progress in implementing the UN Sustainable Development Goals. The review was introduced at the United Nations High-Level Political Forum, which focused on accelerating recovery from COVID-19 and full implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development at all levels. His Royal Highness highlighted Team Bahrain's responsibility to ensure that citizens remain at the core of all development initiatives in line with His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's directives. His Royal Highness noted the kingdom's steadfast commitment to adopt wide-ranging initiatives aimed at overcoming global challenges and furthering sustainable development that benefits all. His Royal Highness expressed pride in Team Bahrain for successfully implementing the priorities of the kingdom's economic recovery plan, which is focused on post-COVID-19 recovery and sustainable development. This plan has already generated a positive outcome on various economic indicators. His Royal Highness affirmed the kingdom's commitment to supporting the international community and the United Nations' efforts towards the UN Sustainable Development Goals. His Royal Highness commended the efforts of relevant ministries and government agencies in preparing the second VNR, which showcased the kingdom's SDGs achievements and supports the development of effective sustainability-focused policies and programs. For her part, Al Khalifa commended His Royal Highness's ongoing support for the kingdom's initiatives in fostering sustainable development to the benefit of all. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and the Minister of Cabinet Affairs, Hamad bin Faisal Al Malki, also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the current fellows of the alumni of the Prime Minister's Fellowship Program at Gdaybiya Palace. His Royal Highness highlighted the importance of advancing the national workforce's contributions to the kingdom's comprehensive development, noting that Bahraini citizens remain at the core of all development initiatives led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness called for the formation of a committee specialized in following up with the alumni of the PM Fellowship Program. His Royal Highness emphasized that the program is an important investment tool to upskill young Bahraini professionals working in the public sector and ensure they further the kingdom's far-reaching development goals. His Royal Highness commended the fellows' efforts as the depth of members of Team Bahrain in advancing the efficiency of government work streams. His Royal Highness expressed pride in the graduates of the program, many of whom have held executive positions in government, and showed eagerness to see more fellows in leadership roles. His Royal Highness commended the program's outcomes since its establishment in 2015 and its positive contributions to government work streams. His Royal Highness also commended the fellowship's administrators and staff for advancing the program's objectives and increasing the efficiency of the government work streams. His Royal Highness also encouraged Bahrainis to continue striving with their creativity and excellence, adding that competitiveness, fairness and sustainability should guide them to meet the kingdom's comprehensive goals led by His Majesty the King. His Royal Highness highlighted the kingdom's confidence in its citizens and their drive to build a better future for the kingdom as part of Team Bahrain. For their part, the Prime Minister's Fellowship Program fellows and alumni expressed their gratitude for the opportunity to meet with His Royal Highness and their appreciation for His Royal Highness's commitment to supporting and developing the kingdom's workforce. They also emphasized their determination to achieve the government's wide-ranging development goals. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, the Minister of Cabinet Affairs, Hamad bin Faisal Al Malki, and a number of senior officials also attended the meeting. to continue investing in the youth and to enhance the environment that motivates them in creativity and innovation, and to proceed according to a unified system to achieve the advancement of the Kingdom of Bahrain. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa received all batches of the Prime Minister's Fellowship Program for the development of government cadres to give the Bahraini youth in their various positions the motivation to do more, to contribute to community building and advancement.
The Prime Minister Fellowship Program is indeed a unique program. I was part of the first batch to graduate in 2015-2016. The program brings together different professionals from different government institutions and takes them through different training programs and exposes them to government work and government processes, especially when it comes to decision making, to arrive at the set goals for the different national plans.
This comprehensive and integrated vision came from solid foundations so that these promising energies would be the main pillar of the Renaissance process in a way that supports the development of the performance of the various government agencies and enhances their competitiveness and productivity.
The meeting with His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and the Prime Minister today is motivation for all of us to dedicate our time in service to this beloved country. Undoubtedly, such national programs have supported and encouraged us to give more and to be innovative in order to achieve the aspirations of our beloved country. This program stimulates young people to excel and develop their skills.
Positive results achieved by this program over years, which has a clear impact on supporting and developing the youth in a way that serves the desired aspirations under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the consolidation of excellence in government performance. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa received the outgoing ambassador of Bangladesh to Bahrain, Dr. Nazrul Islam, at Gdaybiya Palace. To mark the end of his tenure in the kingdom, His Royal Highness highlighted the importance of advancing Bahrain-Bangladesh cooperation to achieve joint aspirations. His Royal Highness commended Dr. Islam's efforts in strengthening bilateral relations and wished him success in his future endeavors. During the meeting, regional and global developments and issues of common interest were discussed. Dr. Islam expressed gratitude for the opportunity to meet with His Royal Highness, noting His Royal Highness's commitment to furthering Bahrain-Bangladesh relations. Dr. Islam wished Bahrain further progress and prosperity. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, also attended the meeting. The chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Bahrain Institute for Political Development, Ali Al-Ramehi, affirmed the interest and follow-up of His Majesty the King towards the youth, as they are the pillar and the present of the future. More on this report. The Ambassadors of the Nation program, which is being held by the Bahrain Institute for Political Development for the 8th year in a row, with the participation of a group of youth in the Prime Minister's Fellowship program, as well as those on scholarships from the Ministry of Education, affirms what the Honourable Government headed by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa provides for the Bahraini youth to contribute to preparing generations that are distinguished scientifically and practically, that are capable of leading national action with efficiency and competence. The Bahraini youth are the true mirror that reflects the image of Bahrain abroad, which showcases a national culture based on the values of the true Islamic religion, customs, traditions and authentic Arab values. The chairman of the Board of Trustees of the BIPD, Ali Al-Ramehi, stressed the message carried by the Bahraini youth abroad, which will reflect the kingdom's development achievements at various levels, thanks to the insightful vision of the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa on respect for rights within an advanced legislation and legal system, and harnessing all available energies and capabilities to achieve the aspirations of the people of the country. Possessing sufficient culture and awareness about the history of the kingdom contribute to introducing the others to this country and its valued position among the countries of the world, and its contributions to strengthening international peace and security, and highlighting the culture of a society that is based on coexistence, peace, tolerance and acceptance of the other. The Ambassadors of the Nation program targets Bahraini students wishing to study abroad. The program seeks to educate the participants on the most important topics related to the Kingdom of Bahrain in an effort to fortify the national identity and confront the misinformation and distortion media campaigns. The Capital Governorate Police Directorate has become the first entity in Bahrain to meet the criteria for the diamond level of a healthy workplace project of the Health Ministry, which aims to promote the well-being of the public. The Directorate fulfilled the criteria through training courses, completing questionnaires on mental health, proper nutrition, physical fitness, and tobacco control, in cooperation and coordination with the Directorate of Health and Social Affairs of the Ministry of Interior. The Healthy Workplace project implemented by the Ministry of Health aims to raise health awareness and promote the concept of a healthy work environment and occupational safety in partnership with various governmental and private institutions and agencies to ensure the health and safety of employees. More in this report.
The Healthy Workplaces program launched by the Ministry of Health aims to enhance the institutional and healthy work environment in government and private bodies and institutions. The program is part of the projects included in the Healthy Cities program and one of the steps of the national plan to enhance national belonging and consolidate the values of citizenship Bahrainuna. The project stems from the belief in the importance of providing the supportive elements to enable employees to perform their tasks in an environment that achieves their safety and maintains their physical and psychological health, which will positively reflect on their work performance. This pioneering project motivates government and private bodies and institutions to raise employees' health awareness by organizing lectures, sports activities and events, and encouraging proper nutrition at work and physical activities, as well as achieving occupational safety requirements in workplaces to enable them to pass the project evaluation process successfully.
The volume of electronic commerce in the Kingdom of Bahrain increased to more than 696 million Bahraini dinars during the first half of this year. The Kingdom of Bahrain has made great strides in the digital transformation process, which has contributed to achieving savings in public spending for citizens. More on this report. The Kingdom of Bahrain is witnessing an accelerated digital transformation process aimed at improving the quality of services provided to citizens and residents. The goal of this transformation is to provide several aspects of public spending for citizens by improving the efficiency of government operations and adopting technology to facilitate and accelerate the provision of services. Among the most prominent digital achievements that contributed to saving public spending for citizens is the development of the electronic passport renewal service, which contributed to saving the direct cost by 85%. Electronically interactive meetings save direct costs by 90%, as holding meetings through the use of information and communication technologies provided an advanced solution without the need for the actual presence of the participants in the meeting, and approximately 22,000 Bahraini dinars were saved. The advantages of information and communication technology employ three important paths, which are digital technologies for sustainable and equitable growth, renewable energy and environment, quality of life, and constructive education. Recent statistics revealed an increase in the production of agricultural crops such as vegetables, fruits, and crops from greenhouses in 2022 compared to 2015. More in this report.
A significant increase in the production of agricultural crops in the Kingdom of Bahrain is the result of continuously supporting food security, which the government seeks to maintain its sustainability and develop its mechanisms to ensure a future based on the sustainability of national resources. The statistics indicated an increase in agricultural crop production in greenhouses to 36%, vegetable production increased by 49%, fruit production increased by more than 86%, and the production of dates increased to more than 5%. These percentages come in the year 2022 compared to the year 2015. This increase was accompanied by an increase in the value of domestic exports of agricultural products amounting to 220%, which came steadily with the increase in the contribution of the agricultural and fishing sector to the gross domestic product in Bahrain, which amounted to more than $114 million in 2022 at a rate of more than 16%. Continuous government initiatives have contributed to reaching those numbers through developing national capabilities in the field of food industries, working to build an infrastructure capable of stimulating future goals, and providing incentives and facilities to attract the private sector to invest in the field of food security.